On a cold island surrounded by the freezing waters of Alcatraz Island stood one of the most feared prisons in American history. People called it the Rock because once you entered, escaping seemed impossible. The prison sat alone in the middle of the bay, far from the city lights of San Francisco. The icy water, powerful currents, and sharp rocks acted like natural guards. Even the most dangerous criminals feared this place. Inside its walls were some of America's most infamous prisoners, including Al Capone, the notorious crime boss who once ruled Chicago's underworld. Life inside Alcatraz was brutal. Prisoners lived in tiny cells made of cold steel and concrete. Silence filled the halls. Guards watched every movement, and inmates followed strict routines every single day. There were only 4 rights inside Alcatraz: food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. Everything else had to be earned. For many prisoners, the isolation slowly destroyed their minds. Some prisoners spent years hearing nothing but the sound of waves crashing against the island. Others lost hope completely, believing they would never leave alive. But despite the prison's terrifying reputation, one question haunted everyone. Could someone actually escape from Alcatraz? Over the years, many prisoners tried. Most failed immediately. Some were caught in the freezing water, while others simply disappeared forever. Officials believed nobody could survive the deadly currents of San Francisco Bay. Yet one escape attempt became one of the greatest mysteries in American history. In 1962, 3 inmates named Frank Morris and brothers John Anglin and Clarence Anglin secretly began planning something almost unbelievable. For months, they worked in complete silence, using stolen spoons and homemade tools to dig through the walls behind their cells. Every night, while guards walked the hallways, the men carefully chipped away at the concrete. To hide the noise, one inmate played an accordion during music hour. Slowly, a hidden tunnel began to form behind the prison walls. The men were patient. They knew one mistake could cost their lives. Inside a hidden workshop above the cells, they built a homemade raft using more than 50 stolen raincoats, carefully sealing them together to float across the freezing bay. They even created fake heads made from soap, toilet paper, and real human hair collected from the prison barbershop. The fake heads looked shockingly realistic. On the night of June 11th, 1962, the prisoners placed the fake heads on their pillows so guards would think they were asleep. Then they crawled through the hidden holes in their walls and disappeared into the darkness above the prison. The prison remained silent as the men climbed through pipes, crossed rooftops, and finally reached the edge of the island carrying their homemade raft. The next morning, guards discovered the fake heads during inspection. Panic spread through Alcatraz immediately. Search teams rushed across the island, while helicopters and boats searched the freezing waters below. Pieces of the raft and personal belongings were later found floating in the bay, but the 3 men were gone. No bodies were ever recovered. Some investigators believed the prisoners drowned in the icy currents within minutes. Others believed they somehow survived and escaped into America, starting completely new lives under fake identities. The mystery only grew deeper over time. Years later, rumors appeared claiming the Anglin brothers were still alive. Some family members even received strange photographs and mysterious Christmas cards with no return address. In 2013, authorities revealed they had received a handwritten letter supposedly from John Anglin himself. The letter claimed the escape had succeeded and said the men survived the crossing. But investigators could never fully prove if the letter was real. Alcatraz Island was already beginning to fall apart. Maintaining the prison on an isolated island cost enormous amounts of money. Fresh water, fuel, and food all had to be brought by boat. The salt water constantly damaged the prison buildings. Just 1 year after the famous escape, the U.S. government finally closed Alcatraz forever in 1963. But even after the prison shut down, the mystery never disappeared. Today, thousands of visitors walk through the empty prison halls every year. Many claim the island still feels haunted by its dark past. Some visitors report hearing strange sounds echoing through the empty corridors late at night. Others say the isolation and silence create an unsettling feeling unlike anywhere else in America. Movies, documentaries, and books continue to retell the story of Alcatraz because nobody truly knows what happened that night in 1962. Did the prisoners drown in the freezing waters? Or did they achieve the impossible and escape from the world's most secure prison? Even after decades, the mystery remains unsolved. And somewhere beyond the cold fog of San Francisco Bay, the legend of Alcatraz still lives on. A prison built to make men disappear, yet remembered because 3 men may have escaped it forever.